Hi, I hope you're having a really good day today. I woke up this morning and the sun was shining and literally, I don't know about anyone else, but the weather puts me in such a good mood. It's actually a cloud now, but it's just not as dark as it normally is, and that literally makes me so happy. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And if you are new, hi, my name is Marcella. So today I decided to do a kind of top tips. I haven't actually thought of a name yet for this video, but kind of a top tips for clear skin top tips for clear skin, something along those lines. A little disclaimer here, I'm not an expert, but these are just things I've personally found for my skin help me. Obviously everyone's skin different, so one thing which will work for one person won't work for someone else. But these are just kind of some general things which I feel like can be useful, and also if you've got any things which work for you and you think are really good ideas, don't forget to comment them down below, because I'm always up for trying new things to keep my skin looking tip top. Also, this video isn't for people with acne or any actual skin problems. This is just like general skin well-being to keep your skin as clear as possible. Just a little background on my own skin. I don't really like typing my skin, because I just feel like your skin changes all the time. I have like drier skin in certain bits of my faces, like particularly around my nose and my chin. But I feel like the rest of my skin isn't dry or oily as such. I know like brands refer to it as like normal, which I literally hate because it's not normal to have dry or oily skin, which I just think is just a bit of a weird thing to say. But yeah, basically the rest of my skin is kind of just in between somewhere, and obviously my skin's drier in the winter and tends to be less dry in the summer. So just to sort of give you an idea of my skin, this is literally the longest intro in the world now, so I'm just gonna get on with the video. So my first tip is drinking water. This sounds like such an obvious thing, but honestly, drinking water can do wonders for your skin and just your health in general. So about 2 years ago, I started really trying to drink 2 litres of water every day. And now I can't imagine not. Like, I'm literally such a thirsty person that I need 2 litres of water a day to like function. I know a lot of people talk about not eating chocolate because it's bad for your skin and it's going to give you spots, and eating fast food is going to give you spots, and drinking alcohol is going to make you break out. And obviously there probably is some truth in that you need to have like a balanced diet with lots of like fruit and veg to get vitamins in. But personally, I don't have like a bad diet. Like, I eat 5 fruit and veg a day. I'm generally okay, but I also like to go out to eat, and I do like to eat chocolate. But because I drink lots of water, I feel like that helps keep my skin in balance. But honestly, since I started drinking a lot of water, I just noticed that my skin looked like a lot brighter. And within a few weeks of like having more water every day, I really did see a difference, that my skin was just looking a lot clearer, a lot healthier. And like I said, if nothing else, it's not going to do you any harm by drinking more water. My second tip is finding the right foundation for your skin. So obviously this only applies to people who wear makeup, but if you are someone who wears foundation on a regular basis, it's really important to find something which works with your skin. Personally, in the past, I wore a foundation which was quite heavy duty, like it was definitely a super full coverage foundation, and for whatever reason the ingredients in it just didn't work with my skin. It wasn't looking bad as such. I've been quite fortunate, I've never had any major problems with my skin. I get the normal spots if I'm like stressed, hormonal, or also just like changing any products in general. Like once I used a set and suntan lotion on my face and it broke me out on holiday, which was so stressful because when you're on holiday, you imagine wearing no makeup, and then I had to wear more makeup and it wasn't the one. I'm like completely going off topic here. But my skin in general was kind of okay-ish. Yeah, the odd spot every now and again, but no huge problems. But with this foundation, my skin just wasn't looking its best, and then the worse it looked, the more I was trying to cover up with this foundation. So one day I went out, bought a different foundation, just because I think my other one was more expensive and I just didn't have as much money at the time. And actually the foundation I started using made such a difference to my skin. Like all of a sudden I was like, oh, I don't have any spots anymore. My skin's looking so much healthier. So for me, a full coverage foundation is just a little bit too much on my skin personally. I know a lot of people who have oilier skin say they like staying away from like oil-based products. So I know like Bare Minerals does like a powder foundation, which still gives you really good coverage. but without having kind of all those oils on the skin. So it's a lot about trial and error. So if you start using a particular foundation or any makeup product which you're going to put on your face for that matter, and your skin just isn't looking the best, maybe try mixing it up and find what works for you. My third point is removing makeup properly. This is such an important thing, and I really think it makes a world of difference. I personally hate the feeling of sleeping with makeup on. Like, I just can't deal. But I know a lot of people just say like they can't be bothered and they're lazy, which I completely relate to. I'm like that with loads of other things in my life. But for me, sleeping with makeup is just, I just can't deal with the feeling on my skin. Over the years, I've used a few different things to remove makeup. The thing I've probably used the most of, which a lot of people disapprove of, is makeup wipes. The ones I've used is the Simple Cleansing Facial Wipes, just because I've got really sensitive eyes, and I found with a lot of other like makeup wipes or cleansers or anything, they just really sting my eyes. And these are like, I think they're like perfume free, colour free. Yeah, they're just really like simple, hence their name. I know a lot of people really like tell people off for using makeup wipes because they can dry out your skin, which is definitely true. But sometimes you're just lazy and they're next to your bed and you don't have to move. I have in the last couple of years got into using cleansers. I've used the Soap & Glory one, which I really like on my face, but unfortunately I have to do something else to remove my eye makeup because my eyes don't like it. My absolute favourite cleanser to use is Lush's Ultra Blend Cleanser. It's literally so easy to use. I feel like it removes my makeup really well, really quickly, and also it just leaves my skin feeling so nice. And I've heard a lot of people who have had skin issues have used it and it's actually helped clear up the skin just because there's so few ingredients in it. It's so simple that it just does the trick. So if you're looking for a good cleanser, I definitely recommend that. My next point, kind of linked in with removing makeup, is washing your face. It sounds really obvious, but even if you're removing makeup, particularly with something like a makeup wipe, or if you're using a cleanser with like cotton pads, I personally use like a wet face cloth because I feel like I get my makeup off a bit more. But anyway, often you can leave a little bit of makeup on your face. Everyone knows that feeling, like the next morning even when you wash your face and then use your towel and you're like, oh, there's a bit of orange on it still. It happens. So washing your face is really important to make sure you get off any like excess makeup, getting rid of any dirt on your skin, really giving it a good clear out. Sometimes I just use water if I just want a quick like face rinse. Another thing I use is simple again. It's their Kind to Skin Moisturising Facial Wash. Me and my mum both use this. I've used this literally since I was a teenager. I also like to use Lush's Fresh Cleansers. I'm not going to go too much into them because I'm actually thinking about doing a Lush skincare routine. If you want to see that, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up so I know to film that soon. But their Fresh Cleansers, it's not something I'd use every day, but I like using them particularly if I've like had a night out and I've worn a lot of makeup. Just using something with a little bit of an exfoliant in it as well is just giving my face a little bit of like an extra deep clean, makes it feel nice and fresh. Yeah, I really recommend them, and there's quite a few different ones depending on what you need for your skin. My next point, which is my final kind of product related point, is face masks. Like Friday night, bubble bath, some candles, Friends is now on Netflix. I clearly lead a really crazy, exciting life, but all that nice setup with a face mask on is just like the ultimate pamper session for me. But actually using a face mask can just be a really nice way to give your skin a little bit of TLC just when it feels like it needs it the most. I've tried a lot of face masks over my time because I do like a face mask, and I've kind of come to two types which I think are my favourite. My favourite sheet mask is the Sephora ones. This is an old packet, and also their eye masks as well are also amazing. I wish there was a Sephora in the UK. Really makes me sad because I love them so much. The sheet masks are really easy to use, especially if you don't like want to make a mess or anything like that. You literally just take them out of the packet and pop them on your face. This is the Pearl face mask one, which is perfecting and brightening. And honestly, my skin really did look so much brighter afterwards. They feel really nice too. They're really like wet, they're really refreshing as well on the skin. And there is so many to choose from. So if you are near a Sephora, I definitely recommend picking one of those up because they're the best sheet masks I've used. In terms of like a more traditional, you know, like liquidy, that's the word, liquid face mask, I love the Lush Fresh face masks. So if you're going to Lush, they're the ones which are on ice, because they need to be kept refrigerated and used within like 2 to 3 weeks. They always have like a date on them because they've got fresh ingredients in them. There's so many different ones for loads of different skin types, but I absolutely love using them. If my skin needs like an extra pick-me-up or just a little bit of extra attention, they do the world of good. And because you do have to use them within that time, it's almost like giving your skin like treatment for a period of time. And honestly, I really notice the difference. If I do my Lush skincare routine, I'll go in more detail about my favourites, but there are so many different ones, and yeah, I'm a huge fan of those. My next point is kind of a bit contrasting to what I've just said, but I think this is, well, the secret for me to kind of keeping my own personal skin clear. Obviously, there's so many products out there for your skin. There's night creams, there's cleansers, there's day creams, there's a million different moisturizers, toners, there's everything, and all of them have different like purposes, and they do things which can really help boost your skin. Like I just spoke about some of them myself, but actually stripping back your routine and not doing too much to your skin can really help. I feel like sometimes less really is more. As much as I do like to do face masks and do a little face scrub every now and then, doing too much to your skin can sometimes, I think, actually aggravate it a bit more. There's nothing wrong with like using these products and enjoying them, but I think overdoing it, like I said, can kind of aggravate your skin. Strip it back, take it back to basics. And my final point is a really obvious one, but it's giving your skin a break. If you're someone who does wear makeup like most days like I do, giving your skin a day off can do it the world of good. Your skin just needs to breathe sometimes. It doesn't want to be like clogged up with loads of foundations and powders and highlighters and concealers. It just needs to breathe. So like a nice day, like when you're at home, or like a Sunday's a nice day just to have like kind of no makeup day. Give your skin a breather and let it just do its own thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm thinking about uploading every Thursday from now on, so I think that's going to be like my new regular day to definitely upload, and possibly more other videos in the week, depending on if I have extra things to film. But I hope you have a really good day or evening or sleep if you watch YouTube before bed, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!